Illuminati going aggressive here. Okay. I love this dude. I love this dude. He's killing the cows. Is this a raid? Is this considered a raid? Remember, cows can fatten. How much can they get? Can they get up to 400 or 500 food? For some reason, I never remember. Anyway, so he's killing all of these cows. So eventually, these cows are going to be stuck at 160 food. Oh my god, this is actually huge, man. This is actually huge. I think this is actually huge. Yeah, it's taken forever for Hells to get this this Herser back there. Is this worthwhile? Dude, check this out. All of those cows are stuck at 160 whatever food, and they are just decreasing in food, rotting, you could say, as time goes on. I think that's a funny and awesome raid. Oh, dude, he's also got yeah, he's also got this whatchamacallit, this. He's also got the All-Star on the villagers right here. Are you kidding me? Alrighty, people, we're on Mega Random as always. Here in the blue, we have Hell's Ravage. He's playing Odin, kind of interesting. And then we have Illuminati going with Thor. Illuminati is one of those big, bald gentlemen, and, you know, he's sticking with Thor throughout all of Fimbulwinter. Excuse me, thus far. Anyways, yeah, so Thor against Odin. We're on Mega Random, and as we can see, oh my god, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 12 starting. Is this starting caribou? Yeah, it looks like 12 starting caribou for both players. This is amazing. Talk about a high hunt map. Holy smokes, man, holy smokes. And in fact, Illuminati sees this is incredible. This is a great map for Illuminati. Check it out. From the get-go, he finds his caribou. Amazing patch of caribou. After that, with this cow, he finds his next patch of amazing elk. We're not sure how many are back there, but at least 5. That's amazing. After that, he's got this gold mine that's kind of protected by the wood line. Sure, Hell's Ravage is Odin. He could maybe forest fire that, but still, I would say this is a pretty darn good map, at least to start with, for Illuminati. It's got a couple of cows as well. Yeah, I think this is a pretty dadgum decent map for Illuminati by all means. Big time. Anyways, okay, so having said that, let's go look at Hell's side. Hell's 1, 2, 3. Did he use his great hunt here? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, I think it is. I think that's 17. So it looks like he used his great hunt here. Yeah, it looks like he used his great hunt here. Maybe he got a couple of additional cows in addition to some extra caribou as well. So amazing hunt for Hell's Ravage as well down here. You know, similar story for his gold mine. He does have the more cows, sure, and then he actually sees the elk up here. At least I'm pretty sure Hells sees the elk up there. He does see the elk up here, but he also sees Illuminati walling it off, which is very interesting. So I think that's a really funny decision by Illuminati right here to wall off the hunt. I think it's kind of funny, but it's kind of a good idea as well. You know, it's going to be a long time before Hells is actually going to switch over to that, but, you know, it's a good idea. Having said that, Kay, yeah, the problem with this is that is a lot of gold that Illuminati invested to walling off this position over here. So whether or not it's going to pay off, that's a whole different story. Partially why I say that is because Hells is already dropping his temple. Lucky he got that cow. He's already dropping his temple right in front of the base of Illuminati. Now, there is this is like an Acropolis or King of the Hill. Not Acropolis, probably more like King of the Hill. It's like a King of the Hill style map where there's the little, there's like the little cliffs in the center, making like a little circle kind of in the center. So this does make it a little bit awkward for Hells to actually rush Illuminati. But, you know, by all means, there is kind of technically the forward gold mine, and plus Illuminati dropped his temple way the hell over here. So again, eventually he can, you know, hit this hunt, but, you know, Illuminati's temple is way over here. He's got a, you know, he's going up through Freya. We can see both these guys just clicked up. It's going to take some time before Thor can really put on, you know, the pressure on, you know, the valuable spots for Hell's Ravage. So a little bit of a bummer that, you know, for Illuminati that Hells has so much hunt down on the bottom side, you know, decent gold mine and whatnot. I personally would definitely not go for a rush in this position if I were in his position, but no, it is what it is. Okay. So anyway, let's get the resources going and let's jump into classical age. These guys are just a couple seconds apart advancing. Okay. So there we go. Hells drops this longhouse up on this top side. So I want to see what Hells sees. Okay, so Hells knows where the gold mine is. He knows where the wood mine is. He does not see the food though. He could see the dead thingamabobber right there, but he doesn't necessarily see the food. Okay. Illuminati going aggressive here. Okay. I love this dude. I love this dude. He's killing the cows. Is this a raid? Is this considered a raid? Remember, cows can fatten. How much can they get? Can they get up to 400 or 500 food? For some reason, I never remember. Anyway, so he's killing all of these cows. So eventually, these cows are going to be stuck at 160 food. Oh my god, this is actually huge, man. This is actually huge. I think this is actually huge. Yeah, it's taken forever for Hells to get this this Herser back there. Is this worthwhile? Dude, check this out. All of those cows are stuck at 160 whatever food, and they are just decreasing in food, rotting, you could say, as time goes on. I think that's a funny and awesome raid. He's also got he's also got this whatchamacallit, he's also got the Ulsark on the villagers right here. Are you kidding me? I'm not crazy about that forest fire, but it ensured at least one villager kill. Dude, this is pretty dadgum decent. 44 out of 45 population for Hells. Illuminati's up on 55. Again, talking about top players, you know, having problems with the nice ghost build, I guess, right there, getting the armory up. Players get struggling in this tournament they're having so many problems being housed, in all sincerity. Okay, Hells goes back out to the food, it looks like. Gonna actually pick that off. Only 4 villagers, however, instead of the 6 or 7, whatever he had before. So Hells, instead of rushing this gold mine with Heimdall, he's actually having to go back and play defense. So by all means, Illuminati, I was very sketched out about cows. It's 400 for the cows, says Billy. Okay. Yeah. For some reason, I could never remember if it's 400 or 500. I don't know. I've been playing this game for a long ass time, and you know, there's just certain little details that you, I don't know, forget over time. Anyways. Yeah, Illuminati. I don't know if I'm crazy about the Ulfsark throwing Axeman play. I know he tried that against Shadowfax, and it was kind of okay, but, you know, still not all that great. He's kind of playing Odin style here, which is really interesting. He's really playing Odin style, liking these Ulfsarks, man. I think he found out with Shadowfax that ultimately the Ulfsark throwing Axeman, not really the ideal unit composition, so he is eventually, once again, he's kicking House Ravage off of the hunt. Are you kidding me? This is incredible success for Illuminati. This is incredible success. Like I said, just causing all the food problems right here that Hells has. By all means, he still has plenty of food left over in these cows, but, you know, 160, 120 compared to 120, they've lost like 40 food, so these things could be up onto 200 and going further higher, but right now they're on 120. Anyways, okay, so having said that, Hells is finally completely turning around and deciding to go back and play some legit defense. And is this a counterattack? I don't know what we really call this, but yeah. I'm digging this aggression from Illuminati, dude. I'm digging the aggression. The Ulsarks are a little bit sketchy to push in this far because they have such low pierce armor. They have really low pierce armor. He does get a dwarf kill. Okay, sure, but still, losing this position here might be a little bit sketchy. Hells decides to use his underworld, undermine right here. Try and hurt the production of Illuminati. Illuminati's staying on this tower, man. I think he needs to go back and maybe go back. Maybe if he had to, you know, keep the throwing axeman right here, you can maybe keep the throwing axeman right there, possibly. I don't know. Loses 1 production building so far. Hells is going for a couple of Wolfsarks himself. That makes a little bit more sense since he's Odin. He can upgrade them. Okay. It's actually harder to play defensive than aggressive. I disagree completely with that, Chemo. I disagree 100% with that. Well, maybe 90%. There might be some situations. Yeah, I think this is, I mean, he's idling a shitload of economy here, right? He's idling a ton of economy, but he's also losing a lot of HP and just losing units by doing so. So is it really that valuable? Kinda, but you know, it's a little bit sketchy at the same time. Losing some houses, getting housed again. Hell's Ravage is up on 95 population space while Illuminati's stuck at, you know, stuck at 65. Look at all these units that, you know, Illuminati could be making, but he's having too many problems getting housed. I mean, okay, it's a decent idea to go for this gold harassment, but he's slowly losing his base, man. He's slowly losing his base, and that's gonna shoot him in the foot, man. That is big time gonna shoot him in the foot if he's not careful. What's up, Ken Corso? I mean, it's good, but these units aren't strong enough to sit under the town center fire. The thing is that I think Illuminati is kind of playing this like he would with camels and chariots. But the problem is that these are Norse, unupgraded Norse units. These are not camels, chariots, man. So I totally dig the aggression here. I think it's too yellow though. I think it's too yellow, and he's losing his base here, man. He's losing his base here. I think it's too yellow. If you have a bunch of camels, yeah, they can survive under a town center longer than a bunch of, you know, silly little Ulfsarks. So he's doing damage, by all means. He's doing damage, and he does have medium infantry now at this point in time, but he's completely just losing his base here, man. Completely losing his base. Is he rebuilding somewhere? Rebuilding here, okay, but still 62 population is 79. Hell's Ravage is surviving long enough, man. Hell's Ravage is surviving long enough. Yeah, Flap to Chemo against Mantrus was already played. You missed it. You missed it. No one asked for the spoiler. Yeah, sorry, Hion. I gotta delete that message. How do I delete that one message? Somebody delete that one message for me. Yeah, whatever. It's already out. Anyways, yeah. So, in my opinion, allowing himself to lose his production buildings and having problems with getting housed, I think that's super sketchy for Illuminati. He just has this one production building at this point in time. Does he have anything else in his base? Not that I can see. So, I mean, again, he's done damage, but he's still way behind on population. 90 population for Hells, 66 for Illuminati. Now he's building his houses. Now that he doesn't need them, he's building houses. Haha. If you defend in your base, your opponent gathers all the hunt and you have only herdables, so the game is harder for you. Yeah, but it's harder for... It really depends. It's harder for your opponent to actually do damage. For example, you know, we've seen plenty of times Rappel playing Odin or Thor against anybody playing Odin or Thor against Loki. You just end up winning. You just play defense and you end up winning with Ragnarok, so... Plus, there's Defender's Advantage, man. There's Defender's Advantage, you know, it's... you do get map control, but that doesn't mean that your opponent can't go raid. It's up to your opponent to go raid. For example, the very first game, if I'm not mistaken, the very first game of Fimbulwinter 4, it was Soup against Rappel, and Rappel went aggressive with Odin. Soup was obligated to play defensive with Loki, and eventually he got his Hall of Thanes Hersia out, and then he went and started harassing Rappel's economy. And even though Rappel was the aggressor, he still ended up losing just because his economy was very exposed in that manner. So if you can maintain map control, it's more about map control rather than, you know, attacking versus defending. It's more about the map control rather than dude, what the hell? Illuminati's going Scotty. Illuminati, I think you have so much potential, but I think you make some very weird decisions like this. Letting all of your base die and then jump in heroic. What is heroic going to give you? If you don't have gold, frost giants, I guess it can give you frost giants. But still, I don't think heroic is the way to go at this point in time. This is worthwhile for Hells. Hells doesn't know that Illuminati's going up through Scotty, but I think this is completely worthwhile for Hells. Look at that. About half the dwarves just died. Good number of the military units. Yeah, Illuminati losing more buildings. He's got nothing left over, man. He's got nothing left over. So what is Frost gonna give you? Bro. Watchtower upgrade coming in, okay. Yeah, this is brutal. Just more dwarves dying. 28 to 33 villagers, you know, surprisingly enough. The villager difference isn't that bad. It's not that heavy. It's not that drastic. Just a 5 villager difference, despite losing all of those, all of his goldies. And now Hells is onto this other gold mine. Very nice awareness. Very nice. I'm not happy that Hells has one of his ravens just chilling back here on the edge of the map. Definitely could be using those for that guy, you know. But he's got the gold mines covered anyway, so no harm, no foul, I guess. Yeah, I think Illuminati's toast right here, man. Sure, he's got he's got a couple of frost giants out, but you know he's down on gold at this point in time. Doesn't have reliable gold income just yet. So I think he's toast, man. I think he's toast. This is gonna hurt a little bit for Hells, but you know Hells was able to finish up that hunt. He's moving out. Where's he moving out? To the berries. There is success. Okay, I'll save that comment for later. Let's see how long Illuminati's able to survive without gold. Having said that, actually, going for the Frost Giants, maybe it's not the worst idea in the world because Odin does not have Hall of Pain, so his Hersier are super slow. He could maybe, Illuminati could maybe just have a wood and gold economy and spam Frost Giants and throwing Axemen. That is a decent idea. That is a decent idea in all fairness. Let's see if he can actually survive here. The problem is that he had to use his frost defensively as he did, so that means by the time Hells is able to get heroic himself, there's a 10 villager difference, just about 9-10 villager difference. By the time Hells is able to get heroic, you know, he has a free frost, free walk in woods, you know, basically whatever he wants to do. He just needs to find a way not to take bad fights. In fact, yeah, he can click up right now if he wanted to. Boom, he does. What's he going up through? He's going up through Scotty. Okay. So Hells is deciding not to fuck around. He doesn't want to risk anything going Yord. He's, you know, what happened to all the channel favorite points? I'll tell you what happened to all the channel favorite points, Hion. In the chemo against Matrews game 1, everybody was just using them time after time after time after time after time, so I just had to disable them all. Chat abused its privilege. Chat abused its privilege. Anyways, okay. I mean, yeah, we're finally getting some units back out. Going for the baiting cavalry and throwing axemen. It is the better unit composition, but at this point in time, maybe, like I said, the throwing axemen and frost giant play could be pretty dadgum sick, honestly. Could be pretty dadgum sick. The thing is that you want to have the throwing axemen to target the really slow Hersier. So if you have enough throwing axemen that you can snipe, if you can pick off those Hersier quickly enough, then those frost giants are just, they're going to stay alive for a long ass time, baby. He's even upgraded them, dude. He's even upgraded them. Check that out. Frost giants of 3. Dude, okay, but as long as he kills these Hersier, maybe we got some potential here, baby. Maybe we got some potential here. Although Hells is going to frost right here. Looks like he's going to frost. Yep. Is Illuminati going to save some of his villagers? He is going to save some of his villagers. Very nice, very nice, very nice. Nicely done there, but still sketchy, 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 man. Sketchy, sketchy, sketchy. I would maybe even keep my hearse here, attacking all these frost giants right here, baby. What's up, Tug Tug? What happened with Matrews against Redo? Look at the bracket. Look at the bracket. Look at the bracket. Was it Matrews against Redo in round 4? Yes, it was. Yeah, that was round 4 count. That was round 4. That was round 4. Excuse me. Okay, so Illuminati's kind of hanging in there. Which kudos to him. I'm a little bit impressed, but I'm still a little sketched out. Look at all these frost giants, man. They're sick, they're upgraded, they're sick. Can he, you know, are these giant killer Einhjar? They're just normal Einhjar at this point in time. How much longer can he survive? That's the problem. Heavy throwing axemen for Hell's Ravage plus Copper Mail. Very nice, very nice, very nice. And there we go. 5 frost giants. How long are they going to stay alive, baby? How long are they going to stay alive? Hells has got a couple of frost giants out himself, sure. Losing more villagers. Illuminati is losing more villagers. I hate fun. What do you mean I hate fun? It's just, we can't, you know. The people watching this on YouTube wouldn't, you know, have fun if they just hear the constant, do not come, do not come, do not come, do not come. What's up, Hells? We're going through this first game, Hells. We're going through this first game. We're going to do your series with Illuminati and Gabu right now. Anyways, yeah, some of these frost giants starting to go down for Illuminati. So again, they're sick. But Illuminati, he doesn't have gold right now. Does he have a market? He does have a market. He can sell wooden food for resources. But yeah, sketchy, man. Now that he's lost those frost giants right there, I think that's probably it, man. I think that's probably it. Let's see how long he can hang in there for. The cows are over. Maybe if he had like a good wood or a good hunt spot, maybe he could survive and continue to sell resources. But Yeah, how is Hells gonna finish off this game? He sees the gold over here. He sees the gold. Like I said, he already has heavy infantry, so that's amazing for him. Huntress Axe coming in for Hells. Very nice. Very, very nice. Yeah, Matthews and Matthews against Chemo. Yeah, Matthews and Chemo, they already played. Count, they already played. You're late. Okay. Going for Town Center. Interesting. Here comes a raiding cavalry. They're unupgraded, but, you know, they could definitely do some damage. Maybe pick off the ox carts, which would be really sick. Idle the gold that way by just picking off ox carts. That could be good. I know, Tug. I know. All good. Again, since Illuminati does have the stronger frost giants, he could sincerely go for just the, you know, drop 5, 6 farms, 4, 5, 6 farms, something like that. If he was able to afford Winter Harvest at some point in time, that would be delicious and awesome. But eventually getting strong throwing axemen, just again the wood and the gold economy for frost giant spam, the upgraded frost giant spam plus the, you know, throwing axemen spam. The problem is he doesn't have upgrades. So Hells already has heavy, he already has copper mail, he already has Huntress Axe. His throwing axemen are just that much stronger. And Illuminati lost all of his frost giants, unfortunately. So I think there was, you know, I was super skeptical of him going off through Scotty, but I think there was maybe some potential there in all sincerity. There's maybe some potential there. And I think, yeah, there we go. So Hells takes game number 1. I think ultimately, I'm surprised. I'm surprised at how well this aggression from Illuminati worked, right? He was able to keep. In fact, I don't think Hells ever really touched the economy from Illuminati for the first, you know, 15 minutes of the game, you know, until he started hitting the gold mines. Until he started hitting the gold mines, it was all, you know, it was all Illuminati doing the eco damage. So Illuminati, he knocked Hells off of food right here. That was awesome. He kept hurting the gold, which was good. It was definitely good. But ultimately, I think he lost a few too many units. Since again there was the unupgraded Wolf Sarks and throwing axemen like underneath the town center. I think he lost a few too many units, and I don't think it was good losing your base like that. But other than that, I like the aggression, man. I really like the aggression. I think it was great. I think it was great. I was really skeptical early on, but it was enough. Like he hit hard enough early on enough that it forced Hells, especially over here on this on the hunt, it just forced Hells to look back instead of going aggressive himself. So I was sketched out, but you know, he ended up pulling it off really well. I also think that there was another small opportunity over here with all of the frost giants. Again, just going for the heavy, you know, really strong throwing axemen and the frost giants. I think there's a lot of potential there for Illuminati. So he does end up going down 0-1 to Hells. And it was a good job by Hells to actually, you know, just play the defense, clean everything up, you know, blah, 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 hit the gold mines. He did a great job hitting the gold mines. By all means, really nice KD as well. Hitting, you know, getting the upgrades on his throwing axemen. You know, this isn't Hell's first rodeo by all means. But there was potential there for Illuminati. But there was absolutely potential there for Illuminati to put himself into an advantage position, or to even just straight up take the game. So well done to Illuminati, but you know, yeah, Hells takes it eventually. All right, everybody, what's happening? What is that Midgard? Look at the fish, says Scotty. We are here on Midgard. We got Illuminati. This is Illuminati's home map pick since he lost game 1. Yeah, he's in the blue here, sticking with Thor, and Hells decides to do a little switcherooski over to Loki. So Loki against Thor. The fish, what are you saying? This is a lot of fish, Scotty? Is that what you're saying? Is this a lot of fish? This does look like it's pretty dadgum good fish. particularly for Illuminati. Hells is putting his dock in a decent enough position. Maybe a little bit off center. Maybe closer to this fish right here would be a little bit better, but still, I think it's decent fish for both players. Decent fish for both players. Anyways, this is a recorded game, so we're gonna look at the maps real quick. See if there's anything to note. And then we'll jump into classical. Yeah, that's the gold mine for Illuminati. Sure, there is a little bit of wood in front to help protect his base. There's that tower right there that he can wall up and whatnot to protect his gold mine. But against Loki, that's not the best gold mine in the world. That's not bad by all means. It's not all that bad. You definitely prefer it, back here, back in your base, on the backside somewhere. But not the best, man. Not the best. Okay. After that, he's got another gold mine over here, which is really good. So that's kind of the main thing we're looking at here is, the gold mines and the rushing potential of Loki. The fish is obviously going to be really good for Illuminati that we've already pointed out. Gold options, there are options, but it's not wonderful. It's not wonderful. Aside from that good second gold mine over here, his other options are way over on the other side. Look at that gold mine, way over by the water. Kind of sketchy over on the left-hand side, pretty far. Again, not the worst thing in the world, but definitely not the best either. Let's go look at Hell's side. Okay, Hell's, yeah, Hell's thinking about taking the wood line, maybe. That's kind of a funny wood line to take, maybe expecting or preventing forest fire early on. Although he's just going to chop through those, trees eventually and need to swap over to a bigger forest. Anyway, it's a similar story for Hell's in the gold department. Good gold mine up here, especially behind the town center. On this bottom side of his base, pretty decent down there. Not as important. You really expect Loki to be putting on the pressure against Thor. We can see that his Ulfsark is already forward. We know he's probably gonna drop a. I mean, we saw him rush in game number 1, right? So probably gonna drop a temple somewhere in the middle and go for a rush. Yeah. Ooh, bummer for Illuminati. His dwarves accidentally, well, it's not an accident, but his dwarves end up killing the cow way the hell out in the boonies there. Bummer for Illuminati. Let's jump into, let's see, yep, temple for Hell's, basically where we predicted. Sticking on one dock. Lots of fish, lots of good fish, but he's sitting there on one dock. And we are aging up. We got Forseti for Illuminati, nice, and then Heimdall for yeah, no surprise there. Heimdall for Hells. Okay, how many docks we got going for? What the hell? That is a very peculiarly placed. And he's housed again, Illuminati, bro. You can't be housed so much. Housed again, unfortunately. Bro, drop a house immediately, man. You can't wait that long. You got to get your Hersa production coming. That is just a disaster of a temple placement, but okay. Of course, the raw player is going to prioritize going for the fish spam and the eco rather than just getting his temple in a good position. In fact, yeah, do check this out. Oh my God, Hells decides to drop a couple of longhouses on this top side. The tower is 100%. This tower and gold mine just completely undefended. This is maybe going to be a disaster here. This Midgard seed is after 2 vetoes, says Illuminati. Ah, okay, so Hells vetoed 1, Illuminati vetoed 1, and this is the 3rd generation, and here we go. Yeah, I mean, dropping a longhouse in the base. Yeah, you're defending the wrong towers here, Sunshine. You're defending the wrong towers. And this is amazing. Hells is going to block this other longhouse from going down. Amazing. Blocks the longhouse from going down. Populations, Hells is only ahead by a couple of population, which is kind of funny. 48 to 44. That Troll's doing a pretty dadgum good job against the Einhjar in all sincerity. So he essentially sacrifices one tower, the Sentry Tower, for that Einhjar. I don't know if that's worthwhile, but nice little pick there for Illuminati. Nice little pick. What the fuck are you doing, dude? An armory? You're getting rushed. You can't drop an armory, buddy. Look at this. You can't drop an armory. You need army immediately, dude. Hells likes rushes, dude. Matries, what I remember about Hell's Ravage, I watched a couple of Hell's Ravage Rex in my day. He's a, I wouldn't call him a notorious Thor player, but known to be a hefty Thor player in his day. Oh boy. Anyways, I've watched some Hell's Rex of him playing against Zeus. He's really good at countering Zeus in all sincerity. That's been one of my struggles. Yeah, the tower upgrade is in, sure, but, you know... Sorry, I have windows popping up. Okay, there we go. Yeah, Hells is just looking sick. He's at, you know, 70 population, 60, just under 60 population for Illuminati. His gold mine is already getting kicked off of his gold mine. Hells has a Herser over there, you know, which can eventually check that gold mine if Illuminati switches over. Hells is really going balls to the wall here, man. Like, this is actually kind of similar to the previous game in all sincerity. Similar to the previous game in that Illuminati was the one going balls to the wall against the gold mine. The big difference here is that Hells has 3 longhouse production right on this gold mine, and you know that's about it. Illuminati in the previous game, Hells was destroying Illuminati's forward base. That's not happening this time, man. That's not happening this time, at least for now. By all means, Illuminati's still alive, man. Illuminati's still alive. He has a slightly better fish, which is something. But yeah, this is sketchy, man. Super sketchy, super sketchy. I don't know how much longer he can hold on, in all sincerity. Hells is, as you can see, there's a couple of dots down on that bottom side. Hells has got that Hearse here, dropping, you know, dropping houses and whatnot, provision on the gold mines. Again, this ain't his first rodeo. He knows what's up, man. He definitely knows what's up. Illuminati says he thought he made 2 longhouses instead of longhouse armory earlier. Okay, sick Valkyrie spawn right on those throwing axemen. Very sick Valkyrie spawn. Yeah, Illuminati's toast here, man. Illuminati's toast. He's getting kicked off of gold. He's getting kicked off of gold. His Vitorvies are spied. The house gives him vision there anyway. Hells can do a quick little switcherooski, and you know that's all she wrote. Sended the Einhjar there over already. You know, you gotta be careful, though. You gotta be careful. Illuminati could just do a little switcheroo and switch his Woodvilles over to gold easily, so you actually gotta be careful. Like, Hell's army is pretty slow. He's got Pines, a troll, throwing axemen. It's not like he has a big group of raiding cavalry to just zip over there real quick, or, you know, Hall of Thane's Hearse or whatever, so you actually gotta be careful. If you just keep switching side to side to side to side, Illuminati can survive. He definitely can survive for some time. See, he can survive for some time. So let's see if Hells can still take, you know, potentially take a really good fight here. Honestly, lots of idle villagers, lots of idle villagers. Is he gonna? Is that a ghost build? Is that a ghost build? He actually got the ghost build. Are you kidding me? Ooh, Forest Fire would be so sexy. That turns into a pretty good fight there for Illuminati. But he's got the Einhjar over on this other side, getting picked off by the troll. Are you kidding me, dude? Time and time again, in all of Illuminati's matches, he's winning fights that just surprise the hell out of me. So bravo, Illuminati. Unfortunately, he has not been able to win any of his series just yet, but by all means, Illuminati, I don't know about you guys, but Illuminati's absolutely surprising me with his performance here. He's absolutely surprising me, and I actually think he deserves more wins than he's actually gotten. Let's see if these trolls, trying to focus down the other troll, that Einhjar, oh buddy. Got a micro for your fucking life here, man. Otherwise, that Ein is just gonna soak up so much damage and just demolish the army. I guess army is kind of getting demolished here anyways. The RC are in, the Ein, throwing axemen as well. Trying to Vill fight. He's trying to Vill fight. Maybe Illuminati stayed there a little bit too long. I think if Illuminati maybe just fell back with his villagers, if he fell back with his villagers right here and just kept doing that little switcheroo, I think he definitely could have kept going in this game. He's lost a lot though, 23 vills compared to 38 for Hells. He's lost a lot. I think he's going to keep going, trying to hang in there, but oh boy, has he lost a lot. Why would you bother with an armory when you're getting rushed this hard? I think he said it was an accident, no fist on. I think he said it was an accident. See? The switcheroo. I don't think he had to lose. I don't think he had to take that fight. Just back off and switch. Back off and switch. Back off and switch. That's the beauty of having such good fish, is that, you know, instead of having your eco split between wood, gold, and food, 3 resources, you're essentially splitting your land economy between 2 resources. can still have, with the fish boom, you can still have a pretty decent economy. For example, right here, you know, just keeping some bills over here, something like that, and then just keep switching. Try and get yourself some armory upgrades, you know, a good amount of army, some armory upgrades, etc. And I think you can survive. I think he still can survive. He's lost a lot of bills, but I think he still can survive. That's the thing, is that Hells has to cover this gold mine over here and these gold mines over here as well. The early gold starve can be a little bit difficult, man. Can be just a little bit difficult. His resources, yeah, I mean, he's got plenty of food, plenty of wood. Still not a ton of gold, but he has enough to produce. But the only problem is that you know, his buildings are just way the hell back here. Production is just awkward, super awkward, super awkward. Okay, so uh-oh, those are throwing axemen. I saw blue dots over here. I thought he had some villagers. Trolls on Vubli are sick, man. If you know, he's only got 10 favor right now, but if you can maintain some favor generation, you could get a decent number of trolls and eventually just start smoking, you know, your opponent's army. Again, he went up through Heimdall, so there's no fast Hall of Thanes hearse here. There's still a tiny bit of potential here, man. There's some tiny bit of potential here. But, you know, the execution, definitely need to get the execution going. And now Hells is swapping over to this right side. Amazing, man, amazing. Right in the perfect time. Amazing. Okay, taking another fight here. Looks like the Hersier's super close to taking out that troll. He needs more trolls, man. He just needs more trolls. The Einherjar are upgraded with what is Elfrin or Kettle, whatever it is, or Giant Killer Einherjar now. That much stronger. See, I mean, you know, if you can sacrifice a couple of villagers here and there, you know, Hells is up on 44 villagers and 10 fishing ships, so that's kind of the thing. If he doesn't take another town center, Hells could... I mean, at this point in time, you know, Illuminati just doesn't have population. He doesn't have population. He doesn't have army. But the point is that even though Illuminati is sacrificing some villagers, if he was able to replace that with army and just get a really big army size, he could start to take some decent fights here, especially with the trolls, man. Especially with the trolls. I think it's maybe a little bit too late to, you know, to try and get that going, especially with more Eins coming in, No gold income for Illuminati right now. No gold income. Buddy. Why no trolls? Yeah, he definitely could go for some more trolls. I think he is, Scotty. I think he is. The problem is that he just doesn't have a lot of actual human units to generate the favor. I think that's the problem, man. This game pisses you off just watching it. Dude, I think we all know the direction this is going. Town center is going to go down. Not that it's the most important thing in the world. Gold mines. That's the name of the game. It's the gold mines, and Hells takes it 2-0. Okay, I mean, I already kind of mentioned, this is my synopsis, Illuminati. This is my synopsis. I think that you have a ton of potential. I think you have a ton of potential, man. A ton of potential. Like I said, swapping gold over here, gold over there, gold over here, gold over there. Just kind of taking some better fights, getting, not fucking up your temple back there, stuff like that. Get your production on point. There's a couple of small things. Dude, I think you could be winning a lot of these games, man. I think you could definitely be winning a lot of these games. Well done to Hells, man. Well done to Hells. See, the KD is pretty much equal, but just the military production, the military units, the size of the army is just completely different. So by all means, like I said, Illuminati is down. He's down on the bottom side of the bracket. Sure, he's down on the bottom side of the bracket, but he's so close to taking wins. So close to taking wins. No, Billy, it would be a Zweiherjahr instead of an Einherjahr, a Zweiherjahr. Get it. Anyways, yeah. You fucked it's Zweiherjahr, exactly. Anyways, that's just kind of my synopsis of Illuminati. He's gotten so close to taking games. For example, Nullness. He was super close to taking the Midgard game on against Nolus, for example. I think he's just so close to taking games, just not quite on point. Usually it's with production. Usually it's with production, getting housed, little tweaks like that. Really awkward situations like having a temple back here, being housed for so long early on. Tiny little details like that. They're not that tiny, they make a big difference, but they're very simple to fix. Focusing on securing the gold mine rather than focusing on getting a huge fish boom. That's where it's at, man. That's where it's at. Anyways, well played to Hells, by all means. Well played to Hells. It was a good win ultimately. It was a good win. Nice gold star. It was a good win.